Hi and good day to everyone. This is Jules Vlog TV and welcome to my YouTube channel. Isa ka bang estudyante na naghahanap ng opportunity to earn income online or naghahanap ka ng part-time or full-time job or naghahanap ka ng trabaho na work from home? So, this content is about freelancing at ayun yung i-share ko sa inyo na opportunity. So guys, without further ado, let's get started. This content is about freelancing or freelance. And i-discuss ko sa inyo ano nga ba yung ibig sabihin ng freelancing or yung industry na gusto nyong pasukin. Ano-ano yung mga website na ginagamit for freelance, equipments, guidelines, and lastly, yung pros and cons. So ano-ano nga ba yung mga freelance online app or yung mga website na ginagamit for freelancing? As you can see on the screen, nandyan si Upwork, LinkedIn, Fiverr, Freelancer, and marami pang ibang freelance online app na pwede nyo namang i-search through your web address bar. Then, lalabas naman siya as a list. Then, explore those website. And sa akin, ginagamit ko is si Upwork. Then, gamit kong browser is Google Chrome since dun ko mas madaling magamit or ma-access yung mga tools na kailangan. Especially pag meron akong client na ang pinapagawa is lead generation or mag-generate ng leads. Then, yun. I-discuss ko sa mga next content ko is about Upwork since dito nga ako nakakuha ng clients on how to sign up on Upwork or create an account hanggang sa pag-submit ng proposals, then yung iba pang tips para makahanap ng client and hopefully makahanap nga kayo ng client. So dito naman tayo sa freelance equipment. Ano nga ba yung freelance equipment? Ito yung mga usually na ginagamit or meron dapat nagamit ang isang freelance or freelancer sa kanilang trabaho. Una is laptop. Kaya mas prefer na gamitin ng isang freelance ang laptop is ito ay isang handbag carry or nadadala kung isang freelance ay merong lakad or pupuntahan. Usually, ginagawa ng isang freelance ay kapag nasa ibang lugar sila, sinecheck nila through cellphone or laptop kung merong notification si Upwork na invites ng client para magpagawa ng task. Especially sa mga may full-time client para matrack nila yung mga task or makapag-respond sa per hour na task nila kay client. Sa freelance kasi guys, mas maganda if mabilis kayo makapag-response kay client. If meron kayong invites para gawin yung task na ipapagawa niya kasi ang purpose nun, pwede kayong ma-recommend or magkaroon ng full-time job sa isang client once na makita niya na meron kayong potential na magawa yung mga task na ipapagawa niya. So next is Wi-Fi or stable internet. So, ano-ano nga ba yung mga internet service providers sa Pilipinas? Nandyan si Converge, OneSky, PLDT Smart Draw Home, Dito Telecommunity, Globe Broadband, Red Fiber, Starlink, Rise, and Streamtech. So, ito yung mga internet service plan na makapagbigay sa inyo ng Wi-Fi access and yung most stable internet. Then, kung wala man kayong Wi-Fi sa bahay or internet service providers na ginagamit, then make sure nyo lang na yung data plan nyo or kung na mobile data na gamit nyo is makapagbigay sa inyo ng good average office speed in terms of web browsing or web surfing, since yung mga client sa Upwork is nagpapagawa siya ng task through remote. Then, ito lang din yung way para magamit natin or ma-access yung online communication app ni Upwork, since dito sa chat box message ng Upwork na ipag-usap yung mga clients. So next is yung webcam. Kailangan to ng isang freelance since merong ibang client na gusto ng face-to-face interview, like through Zoom or yung Loom app na tinatawag nila. Then ang usually lang namang sinasabi ng client dyan or tanong is kung ano yung time availability mo, kaya mo ba gawin yung task. Then ayun, once na okay na, magbibigay yan ng instruction then about sa contract, or kung meron kang tanong, pwede mo nang itanong sa kanya dun sa face-to-face interview. So next is yung headset. Ang purpose naman ng headset is kapag face-to-face interview, syempre unang-una kaya yung ginagamit para sa noise reduction, then microphone enable siya. And lastly, para clear mong marinig yung mga details na i-discuss or instruction na i-discuss sa'yo ni clients. So sa part na to, dito natin malalaman ano nga ba ang ibig sabihin ng freelancing. So what is freelancing? Freelancing is doing specific work for clients without committing to full-time employment. So as a freelancer or as a freelance, you can work independently. And unlike sa corporate world, nagwo-work ka as a full-time employee since ayun yung commitment mo sa corporate company. Freelancers often take on multiple projects within different clients simultaneously. So sa freelance, pwede kang mag-take ng multiple projects as long as kaya mong gawin unang-una. Siyempre, check mo yung job posting ni client if fit ba sa niche mo or yung skill set mo. And ayun, as long as kaya mo naman, since meron mga contract na within 1 to 3 days, example, naka-include dun sa contract na dapat matapos mo yung project, kaya mo naman gawin within an hour or within the day, kaya mo naman matapos. So pwede kang mag-take ng multiple projects. Freelancers handle contract work on a part-time or full-time basis and often sign agreements before starting projects. So, kay Upwork, may job posting yung mga clients, and as a freelance, magsasubmit ka ng proposal dun sa job post ni client. Then, once na maselect ka ni client or ma-hired na ikaw yung gagawa ng task or project na pinapagawa niya, then may isesend sa'yo na contract agreement. At makikita mo doon whether it's for a part-time or full-time basis ba naka-include dun sa contract. With freelancing, the client pays per project, per task, or per hour depending on the agreement. Once na ma-receive nyo na yung contract galing kay client, naka-include to yung paano niya kayo babayaran, whether it's per project ba or per task or per hour. Then makikita nyo na rin doon yung rate. Freelance projects typically involve short-term assignments, although satisfied clients often request follow-on work. So once na natapos nyo na yung short-term assignment or yung project na pinagawa sa inyo ng client, usually yung mga client nagre-request yan ng follow-up, whether it's for revision ba nung project na ginawa nyo, or pwede siyang mag-request sa inyo once na satisfied siya sa project na ginawa nyo, magre-request na ikaw uli yung i-rehired sa next project na ipopost niya. Most freelance jobs are available in the skills, service, and creative sectors such as copywriting, programming, engineering, and marketing. So, itong mga to, ito yung sample na freelance job na merong fit sa niche ng copywriting, programming, engineering, and marketing. And hindi lang naman to yung mga available na freelance jobs. Meron ding for data entry or yung sa yung under real estate virtual assistant, yung gumagawa ng cold calling, lead generation. So yun, marami. Then siguro sa mga next content is i-discuss ko na lang. Flexibility. As a freelancer, you are able to choose your own hours and decide when and where to work. So, ayun nga, pwedeng sa freelance, pwedeng mag-start ka ng trabaho depende sa oras na gusto mo and kung saan mo gustong magtrabaho. For example, you can work from home or when you're at the beach. Freelancing flexibility helps promote a better work-life balance. So, ayun, kahit nasa ibang lugar ka, pwede kang magtrabaho or kung sa bahay man, as long as na meron kang freelance equipment. Choice of clients and projects. Working as a freelancer allows you to select the projects that match your skills and interests. You can also pick clients who fit particular criteria. So, ayun nga, sabi ko nga, sa job posting ng mga clients, pwedeng piliin nyo and aralin nyo muna if yung job posting na nakita nyo is match dun sa skill set na meron kayo. Example, sa akin, data entry. Ano-ano nga ba yung under data entry? Yun yung Microsoft, paggamit ng Microsoft Office tools like Excel, Word, and yung PDF to Word conversion or vice versa, lead generation. So, ayun, pwedeng ikaw yung mamili ng gagawin mo. And as long as kaya mong gawin or fit dun sa skill set mo. Setting your own rates. You may enjoy greater control of your earnings potential since you generally set your own rates as a freelancer. So, yun nga, as a freelancer or as a freelance, ikaw yung magseset ng rate na gusto mo. Example, $5 per hour. Or $10 per project. So, nakadepende yun sa iyo kung ano yung rate na gusto mo. And sa job posting naman, once na mag-submit ka ng proposal kay client, mabuview niya naman yun yung profile mo, then kung ano yung rate na nilagay mo sa profile mo. And once na ikaw yung maseselect ni client or i-hired, syempre dun siya magbe-base sa rate na sinet mo. Then, yun, after nun, mabibigyan ka ng contract agreement and pwede mo nang simulan yung trabaho na pinapagawa sa'yo. The amount of work you're able to handle daily or weekly is another factor that is likely to determine your earnings. So, yun nga, depende sa gawa mo. If daily, example, dun based sa rate mo, sabihin natin $5 per hour or $10 per project. Example, nagkaroon ka ng 3 clients within a day. So, yun, i-times mo. Or per week, kung meron ka naman full-time client, sabihin natin, yung offer niya per week is $100, sabihin natin ganun. So, yun yung nagde-determine ng earnings mo as a freelancer. Improved skill set. As a freelancer, you may have the opportunity to work on more specialized projects, giving you greater experience with niche subject areas. So, sa freelance, pwede kang mag-set dun sa profile mo na which is yung pinaka-resume mo sa Upwork or sa kung ano man yung gagamitin mo na freelance online app. So example, as a freelance, meron kang skill set for data entry, virtual assistant. Meron kang skill set for graphic artist. And meron kang skill set for SEO. So, pwede mo yun iset sa profile mo. And pwede mo naman i-switch yun depende dun sa job posting ng client na magiging fit dun sa niche or skill set mo. Example, job posting ni client is for data entry. Pwedeng iselect mo yung data entry profile na ginawa mo and magsasubmit ka ng proposal dun sa job posting na related sa data entry. Yung other example is may job posting ang client na related sa graphic artist. Pwede mong iselect yung profile mo na ginawa for graphic artist and mag-submit ka ng proposal dun sa job posting na related sa graphic artist. And so on. Isolation. Unlike a part-time or full-time job, having a freelance business may get lonely, especially if you're working remotely. If you thrive on day-to-day interactions with colleagues in a work environment, you may find freelancing isolating. So, ayun nga, unang-una sa freelance, you'll work as individual, and since yung mga task or projects ng mga clients is through remote basis, tendency magwo-work ka independently, and hindi ito katulad nung sa corporate company na meron kang kasama or ka-interaction na mga co-workers mo or ka-employee mo. Nagwo-work ka as individual in certain job security. Freelance work is likely to be erratic. You might have more work than you know what to do with at some points, but struggle to land projects at other times. So sa freelancing, syempre hindi lang naman ikaw yung freelancer na gumagamit ng freelance online app. Maraming freelancers na gumagamit ng freelance online app. Example, sa Upwork. Merong client na may job post related dun sa niche or skill set mo. So, tendency, magsasabit ka ng proposal. And yung may kapareho mo na skill set or niche na freelance, magsasubmit din ng proposal dun sa job post ng client. Si client, meron siyang option na mag-hired or i-select kung sino yung may pinaka magandang proposal na ginawa. And syempre, depende, i-review niya pa yung profile kung yung tao ba na yan is nagmamatch yung profile dun sa criteria ng job posting niya. And meron pang evaluation na gagawin ng client once na mag-hired sila or mag-select na ng isang freelance para gawin yung task na gusto niya ipagawa. And if some point man na hindi ka mapipili, syempre ayun yung magiging struggle mo, maghahanap ka uli ng ibang job post na ibang clients, and ganun na naman, pwedeng same scenario uli yung ma-encounter mo na hindi lang ikaw yung freelance na magsasubmit ng proposal dun sa next na job post ng clients na mahanap mo. Ayun yung kadalasan mga nagiging struggle na nagsisimula pa lang sa freelance, hindi stable na nakakakuha or hindi agad nakakakuha ng project or task na pinopost ng clients. And even though yung mga may experience na, ganun din yung nagiging struggle nila minsan. Pero sa mga next content ko is mag-share ako ng tips about sa paggawa ng proposals and pag-check dun sa job posting ng client. So, hindi ko naman ma-sure na 100% na makakakuha ng client, pero sure ako na yung mga tips na yon is magiging malaking tulong bilang nagsisimula ka pa lang as a freelancer. You may need to continue working in your regular job to maintain a steady income in the early stages of your freelancing career. So yun nga, kung hindi ka pa nga agad nakakakuha ng mga projects, hindi ka pa nakakuha ng client na merong nag-o-offer ng full-time job sa'yo sa freelancing, kung sakaling nakakuha ka man ng client or part-time job lang, and ayun, pwede mo namang i-continue yung trabaho mo sa corporate world or kung ano man yung trabaho na meron ka ngayon. Another disadvantages for freelancing is low employer-funded benefits. As a self-employed person, you don't have an employer who contributes to health insurance, 401k retirement offerings, and other benefits associated with a full-time job. So, hindi ito katulad sa corporate company na meron tayong contribution through health insurance, merong binibigay na retirement offerings, and other benefits associated with full-time job tulad nung sa SSS, PhilHealth, Pag-ibig. Sa freelancing, meron kang direct payment kay client once na matapos mo yung task or project na pinagawa niya sa'yo.